All right, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the home birth and water birth story with Rhonda. Rhonda is a very amazing, special person to me because I was privileged to be part of a birth. And so if you are new here, we actually lost the last video, I think. We're just going to continue and I'm going to just summarize what we've talked about. Rhonda is going to come in now and share a story, but she had chosen a home water birth because she had heard this from other people, which were her friends, and she chose this for her second birth. So let's hear it from Rhonda herself. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from, and let me just write this here, birth story up here so everyone knows what we're talking about. All right, welcome. Let me pin the comment. And yes, Rhonda, welcome everyone. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and share and share and share.
Bye.
Welcome back. That has never happened to me before. I just stuck it in the freezer and it was fine.
There you go.
Okay, we were talking about your second baby story, the home birth, water birth. When did you know that, this is labor? Like, this is real labor? Let me call my midwife. How did that all played out?
Yeah, so I was past 40 weeks and Misty had just come over, I think that day, actually.
Okay.
So this was December 26th. So we knew that I was already dilated, that when things started happening, that things would start happening fast, is what Misty told me, just from just checking me out. And so she had come that afternoon on the December 26th. She came at noon, actually, and checked me. And she said, when everything's happening, it's going to just, take off pretty fast. And so then later...
So she had checked you. How many centimeters dilated were you when she checked you?
I want to say, if I remember correctly, I want to say it was between 3 and 4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I drank castor oil the night before.
Okay.
Because it was after Christmas and I wanted to make sure that you could be there too. And I knew you were coming soon. So I was like, all right, baby, let's do this. And I knew I was close anyway because I had been having prodromal labor. So it was night after night. It would feel like contractions. They would be 3 minutes apart. And then 2 minutes apart consistently, but they never got more intense or anything. Then they would stop. So
and that was December 26th that you would have that was just previously before you drank the castor oil.
Yeah, this was that was probably happening for 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh,
where I would think I was going into labor every evening and then they would just stop. And so I knew what that was like because I had that same thing with Zeke. Yeah. So Misty and I had talked and we both wanted you at the birth, and it was after Christmas. So I was like, all right, let's get this baby out because he was really, really low anyway. I had been doing, chiropractor and different positions. So I don't know. We don't know why he just wasn't getting things going. So we just helped him out a little bit. So I drank castor oil the night of Christmas night, December 25th, before I went to bed. Misty told me how much to take and everything. And then I drank that and just kind of waited. I thought anytime, I'm going to start contractions. And then I went all night long, slept all night. Nothing ever happened. So Misty was like, take a little bit more in the morning. So on December 26th, I took some in the morning and still like nothing really happened. So she came to check me at noon, and that's when she was like, okay, like the castor oil did something. She's like, you're a lot more farther along than the last time I checked you. Like whenever things start happening, it's going to go quick. And I was like, okay. So she left, and my son Zeke was over at my mom's house. So I was like, I'll just go visit him, and we'll just kind of wait, because I had the castor oil, and so I knew that, like, I don't know, I just felt like it was just close. So I went over to their house, and they have a lot of land, so their driveway is pretty long. And my mom was like, let's go for a walk. So we walked down and back their driveway, and within that walk, I had 4 contractions. And
Wow.
you know, I should maybe go home. Like, I don't have the pool blown up or anything. I had it all sitting out where I needed it, but it wasn't blown up or anything. So I was like, I should probably head home. So I left their house at like, I want to say 2:30.
Okay.
So Missy had seen me at noon, and this was 2:30. And I got home, and I, you know, got the pool out of the bag and plugged it in and just started blowing it up. And by the time the pool finally was blown up, I couldn't like stand up straight through the contractions. Like I was like bent over, like couldn't talk through them. And I texted my mom and I said, I think you need to come over. And then I texted Misty. So this was probably close to 3 o'clock now. I texted Misty and I was like, I think you need to get here. She was like, okay, text me in a half hour and like let me know how you're doing. And I was like, okay, yeah. I texted her 15 minutes later and was like, yeah, you need to get here. So that was like probably 3:15. And then my mom got here, I want to say probably like 3:40. And then I think you guys showed up. You came separate from them, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so I think they got here at like 4.
Okay.
And then you got there sometime after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Missy checked me as soon as she got here, and I want to say I was 7 centimeters when she got there. Yeah. So then once you guys all got there, we were all in the living room, and I was on my knees, and I was kind of like laboring in Ethan's lap. Like I had my hands like, and I was up in his lap, just breathing through the contractions and like talking to you guys here and there between them. And then you guys left.
Amazing. You were super amazing.
Thanks. You guys left and went to Sheets to give me some time. Mm-hmm. To me, it felt like you were only gone for like a few seconds, and I was like, no, you need to text them to get back here. I don't even know how long you were actually gone, but I just remember telling my mom, no, they need to come back. Like this is, because I knew in that moment I was like transitioning. Like, absolutely. I was like, they need to get back here. Like this is happening. And then once you guys got back to my house, I remember we went back into my bedroom, and I was laying on the bed, and Misty checked me, and I was like fully dilated, right? And then she broke my water, and then we got in the tub, and I got in the tub at 5:30, I think 5:30, and he was born like a 6:09.
Wow. You know, it's interesting how you remember a lot of the details, even the timing. Like it's almost like you're like, what time is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What time is it? Like you just know all the times. Like that's so amazing. I actually write down my birth story, so I should actually go read yours again. I don't write down all the timing. I just write when the baby is born. But it's amazing. I love how you touched on the mother's intuition, because that's something some providers, which is not the best, that they don't listen to. It's like, oh, maybe you said, like, we just left you'll be fine. Like, I know you're not like far along. Like, you know, like, oh, I've done this, I've been there, like, you'll be fine. But like, you knew what was going on with your body. You were in tune with your body. You were listening to your body, and you were responding. And so it's really important that we listen to our body. We know our body, you know, And it was great that we were able to come back and before something more happened.
Yeah, I
And for
say
me,
it.
in my mind, I think I remember you had the baby not soon after that. Like we weren't
Yeah,
at your place a long time.
no, yeah, you guys weren't
Yeah.
there for long at all. And I say it like I was really calm, but I definitely was texting my mom, like, tell them to get back here. Like, I was like freaking out. Like, why did they leave? Where'd they go? And my mom was like, oh, they're just going to Sheets just to give you some time to just,
And
labor
space.
and give you some space. And I was like, no, tell them to come back here.
Oh, I'm sorry you
But,
were freaking out. Because
oh
for
no.
us, sometimes we feel like moms and dads, like you found your own way to walk through it. And sometimes just having someone extra, it's like, can these people leave
Yeah.
or stay inside? But not everyone feels that way. Because, like, inside of you, I would say when I saw you, you were so calm and collected. But inside, you're like, don't leave, stay right here.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, when you guys first left, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine, but then it was like, I transitioned so soon after you left that I was like, wait, no, tell them to come back,
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me just make a quick shout out to the people here. Perennial underscore Lek, welcome. Let us know where you're watching from. Two White Onions Homestead, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let us know where you're watching from. And then the Apprentice Midwife, welcome, 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 guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Okay, Rhonda, tell us about the water part of it, because all this time you didn't mention that you actually labored in the water, correct?
At the hospital birth, I did labor in the water a little bit, obviously. Then I transitioned pretty fast. But then, yeah, I didn't actually labor too long in the water here. It was kind of the similar reaction that my body had when I was at the hospital to where I was here, where as soon as I got in the water, I felt pressure to start pushing. And I remember looking at Missy and I was like, oh, like, I feel like I need to push. And she was like, then push. Like, and so, yeah, it just kind of, my body just was so relaxed. It was pushing without me even trying to push. Like, it was just doing it. And I at first was like, I don't know, should I be pushing? And Misty was like, yeah, if you feel like you need to push, like push. So yeah, so I was only in the water for just a little over 30 minutes probably. So, but it was more so like I was just kind of, my body was just pushing. Like it wasn't, towards the time where it was like, okay, like he's coming, that I was like really pushing. Like I was working with my body to push. But
Absolutely.
I just remember I felt like I was in the water for a long time, and when you guys told me like, oh no, you didn't get in the water until 5:30, and I was like, what time is it now? And it was just after 6. I was like, what? I felt like I was forever. But I remember you being behind me, and I kept wanting to like push my head back, and you just kept pushing my head forward.
Sorry.
No, it was so helpful.
It helps with putting the pressure,
Yeah,
and helping baby come out,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you remember a lot of details. I love it. It's good to hear, because when you've been to like multiple births, some of those details you don't remember unless you've written it down. And then when you go back and read, it's like, wow, yeah, this happened at this time and that and that. But now that you're sharing it, I'm remembering things that actually happened. Okay, Rhonda, we're coming to a close here. What would be your advice to someone that wants a home birth or a water birth? What would be your advice to them?
Definitely reading Ina May's book. And then making sure that you're not just picking a home birth just because, like a midwife, just because you want a home birth. I would definitely make sure that other people have used the midwife, and I would do, we did a phone consultation, I guess, with Misty. So we just talked to her over the phone, and I had a lot of questions that I asked her, and she had things that she shared with us to make us feel comfortable. And if we wouldn't have felt comfortable after that conversation, we wouldn't have gone with her. Like, we would have asked other people for other midwives.
Recommendation,
Yeah, so don't, if you want that experience, don't just whimfully like just, oh, I'm just going to pick this person. Like, make sure that you've talked to people and that they've recommended somebody, and that you have a conversation with the midwife and ask all of your questions and concerns to them, and just make sure that it's a good fit before you go with that person. I mean, that's what people should do, you know, whether they're having a hospital birth as well. Like, you should have your questions answered, and you should feel comfortable in the situation that you're in.
Absolutely. I love that. So I like to just reiterate what you said, to educate yourself first about it. And for you to get a good provider, make sure that it's from someone that has experienced them. You know, ask for recommendation and not just pick anybody. And also be sure that you feel connected to that person, because that's important. They'll be with you in this journey, and you want someone that will listen to you, that you can talk with, and all of that. That's important. Thank you, Rhonda. Let me just say something quick here before I ask you 2 other questions, and then we'll end. Elegance Paint Chemicals, welcome. Rebecca Simons, welcome. Let us know where you're watching from, guys. We're just trying to round up here, but we're talking about home birth and water birth story. Okay, so I wanted to say this for anyone wanting more things about water birth. I have a video on my channel. It's Victoria the Yeye. You'll see it in my bio, and you can check my channel and look for that video. You'll find it there if you just want more information about the importance and the advantages of water birth. I'm a big advocate for it because I see the difference it makes in the birthing world for moms when they labor and when they birth. It's just so much smoother and gentle. I was going to ask you this. Did you tear? Do you remember if you tore? You didn't. That's amazing.
I didn't with either of them.
Wow. Were you doing perineal massage?
Not the massage, but I made a spray with essential oils and witch hazel, and I start spraying myself around like 36 weeks every day, twice a day. And I don't know if that's why I didn't or not, but I didn't. I've never torn, so.
That's amazing. I've actually never heard that before. So you said the essential oil is what?
Yeah, it's lavender, frankincense, helichrysum, and witch hazel. And I just made like a sprayer.
So you made it yourself, because you do that, right? You sell those stuff, right?
Essential oil.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I recommend that.
You tell us about it. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I recommend it because I've heard that it can help not tear, and so I said I'll just, give it a try.
Of course.
So when I didn't tear the first time, I was like, okay, maybe this thing actually worked. And you can do you can spray and do the massage at the same time, but I never did the massage because I read, when I found that blend, I read that you don't even have to do the massage, you just can spray. And so I would just do that twice a day starting at 36 weeks. And I didn't.
How can people get that? If someone is here watching today or even watching on replay, if they want to get that, how can they get the spray? The essential spray.
Yeah, so if you, I know there's people from all over watching this, but if I would say personally, there's only like several oil companies that I would trust for like high quality. So doTERRA, Young Living, and I've heard good things about plant therapy. I've never really looked into that one too much, but if there's someone near you that has an account and sells it, I would suggest getting, so it's lavender, helichrysum, frankincense, and then witch hazel, which you can buy anywhere. And then I just put it in like a little spray bottle. So I did, I think, 15 oil drops of each of those, and then I just filled the rest with witch hazel. But it's also really good for after birth. You spray it, and then it helps heal the area too. Especially the lavender and frankincense are just really healing, calming oils. And then the helichrysum actually helps with like bleeding too. So it can help you not have as heavy of like after birth bleeding and stuff.
Okay.
Or if you
And
have,
I know with hazel, it's like,
yeah,
that's a common one.
because people do like the witch hazel like pads, and they put them in
Yeah.
pads, but this is like witch hazel in a like spray, so it just feels
Wow.
it feels really good after birthing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that wisdom with us, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Rhonda, tell us more about what you do and how we can support you.
Well, I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA essential oil company. So I don't really, I guess, sell them. I just use them.
Okay.
And I just try to educate other people about essential oils and how amazing they are for your body and your health, and how you can ditch a lot of over-the-counter medications and stuff, and use essential oils instead. So yeah, I don't really have like a page or anything. It's just like my own personal account that I post oil blends and information on. But yeah.
So if people want to get that, how can they get that? Like if they want to see like your oil blends and
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely request to follow my Instagram account, or just send me a message.
Okay.
And then I have like I can have items shipped to people that order from me, or if they have like an ailment like just headaches, allergies, anything. I have a whole bunch of like pregnancy suggestions, birthing oils. So if there's anything like that, just send me a message and I can help you out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rhonda.
Yeah.
So Rhonda, you are also a teacher.
Yes.
Right? How long have you been teaching?
This is my 9th year of teaching.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, you're also a mother of 2 beautiful boys, and that's a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
Yeah, not taking that lightly. Rhonda, thank you so much. This was such a privilege and a blessing to just hear someone share this, because in how would I put this? When people ask me, it's good to like tell them as a midwife, but also when people hear it from someone that's actually gone through it, it's so much more special.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, I think we're gonna end here. We have other people coming in, guys. You can watch the replay. We are going to end here today. We're going to have another episode next week, and everyone say thank you to Rhonda in the comments, because we're so thankful she is brave enough to share a story with us. All right, Rhonda, have a great day. Bye, everyone.
You too. Bye.
God bless. Bye-bye.